All right, welcome back to part 3 and just some pressure flaking now. There are going to be some high areas. It's not going to be a perfect point by any means, but as I always say, it'll be what it'll be. I'll move this out of the way. Whoops. Bear with me here. This big old light is messing my foot. Okay. Now this is the tip area here. And this is where the chalky area is. So I need to be kind of careful. Getting this into shape, kind of. Same thing over here, which I may do this side first. I know this probably isn't as fun to watch, but it's necessary when you're making a point, obviously. Some of the most crucial work is done at this stage. A stage that I'm not the best at. Brad Moore has some good videos on pressure flaking. I like watching his videos for that. But I'm just doing what I can to get by. Not too worried about anything in particular. All right, so now we kind of did one pass and gonna slightly abrade. Just so slightly. So we can come back on the other side. I'm gonna get another indirect here. Just hitting the low deltas. I'm gonna make sure I do a continuous pressure flaking pass with my horseshoe nail flaker. So I'll come back and do that. All right, so this side's done. This side, see the flakes, both sides. Now I gotta do this side. I need to abrade slightly. Excuse me. Just abrade kind of where those deltas are. So you can pin pick where you want to abrade. This is that chalk, which is literal chalk, limestone. But you know what? You keep it in there, you give it some character, and yeah. Anyways, if I can keep this blade together, I'll sell it probably. So if any of y'all are interested, just hit me up and let me know. You gotta finish it first. Of course, y'all have already seen the thumbnails again, so y'all already know. I drove that up in there, and that was a really good flake. I'm glad I took that. Now the base on Savannah Rivers are concave. So slight little, not necessarily flutes, but thinning where the base is, because that's where they would haft their little spear for cutting, slicing, or just being a random mean looking spear. I don't know, whatever they'd use them for. Don't come at me in the comments, I was just kind of making a joke. But yeah, we are going to do a slight little setup with a slight little nipple. Actually, you know what? Never mind, we're going to do it anyways. Actually, I don't have my indirect stick. Well, we'll do this with this. We'll put it under my leg. There we go. Just like this here. Just like this here. And don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, you can. And just like that there. It didn't travel much of no far. Much of nowhere. No far. I'm saying some weird stuff. Again, I got my small bopper I'm using, so not like we're sending a lot of shock. Okay. We might take one more with that here in just a moment. Yeah, right here. And this is kind of our last official hit. That's one of those you take a little breath for, you know. So nothing crazy. But just a tap. Yeah, it did what we needed. We didn't need much. It did what we needed. Where's my braider at? Down here. All right, put you to the side. We don't need you anymore. Now I'm gonna stick with my hand pressure flakers. No need to do any heavy stuff. Actually, I might need to. Let me use it for this as I'm shaping here. Doing some shaping. But other than this shaping here, we should be fine. As this little pocket is being mean to me. Come on now. Perfect. Ugh. Now I make all sorts of points. I've been making these Savannah Rivers lately. You know, they're just So easy to make. I enjoy making them. Yeah, we're gonna switch to this here. Out of a finer tip. Okay, now let's close this tip in. Make sure everything's good. And I will pressure flaker or my indirect stick one last time. Just drawing this thing in to a decent looking tip, that's all. All right, need a little bit more taper on this side here. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, I'm not gonna mess with that. Okay. All right, we got our preformed shape, everything down to a T pretty much. And now we just gotta finish it. So I've got this horseshoe nail flaker, and that's what I'm gonna use to finish it off. I might switch back and forth, you know, a little bit, but this will be my main thing of use. And all these little edges here, they're jagged. What I like to do is I like to just, you know, make them flush. Some people like those jagged edges. I like them on certain points, but generally speaking, no. As some crazy music is playing in the background. I'm not just driving down, I'm driving in a little bit. It's not going too far in. It's just kind of wrapping. It's not driving straight in, it's just kind of wrapping around the edge. That way there's, you know, if you wrap and you're not getting any hinges, and you get some convexity to the point. That way it's not a daggone plate at the end of it. Looks like a nasty old slab plate. You want people to know that I made this and I didn't have to use a slab. Nothing against slabs. Nothing against them. But I like, everybody has a preference, you know. Personally speaking, and I think everyone that uses slabs would agree, you know, working it from a raw spall takes more skill. But then again, there's a time and place for a slab where you can conserve good material, especially if it's a percussion slab. It's pretty much the same thing. You know, you get a little bit of help from the way it's shaped out. And I haven't used any percussion slabs, but I imagine they're nice. But anyways, I like working it from a spall. Other people like doing all sorts of other things. Well, that's what I do. Okay, this side is clean and sharp, and this side needs some work. Just 2 passes normally is all I do. Nothing too wild or too fancy. This is some beautiful Flint River though. You know, I haven't taken time to just pause and look at it, but yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty stuff. Yeah, get up with Jeff Head. He's got some. We'll have some at the Silver River Nap In. He has a Facebook. You can reach him on there. I have some, but I hate reselling. You know, you can resell stuff and buy materials, slab it up, resell, that's fine. Nothing against it, it's just not my thing. But if I ever have too much that, you know, and nobody else has any or something like that, I'll sell a little bit. But yeah, Jeff Head's your guy. As we taper down this tip here and get it to look nice and clean and orderly and pretty, and any adjective you want to use, just getting the shape here, that's all. Making sure my symmetry's right. Pressed in a little bit there. Usually at the tip I'll press in. I like the tip to be kind of thin. Yeah, so due to this chalk pocket, it tapered in a little bit more, so I'm gonna have to work on the tip slightly. So don't worry, I'm coming back to that. If it looks kind of unsymmetrical to you, I'll fix it. I don't have OCD, but I don't know, in some cases, you know, I like to make sure it's accurate and good and symmetrical. You know, I grew up, and I always kind of tell the story in Bible class with the other kids or whatever, or even in school, if they were ever giving us drawings, like color drawings, you were to color in the picture or whatever. I'd always hate it if somebody colored the sky purple or the grass blue. I was always real particular. You get that, the sky has to be blue, all right? I don't know what you think you're doing by making a purple or red or weird looking sky, but it's not right. And I got into drawing a little bit. I like to sketch, used to at least. And I feel like to be a flint napper, you gotta be an artist in some way. And you are, whether it's flint napping or something else. That just bugs me, I'm sorry. This the only issue is where this chalk is. And it's not bad by any means. It's actually, you know, pretty decent. Not as bad as you would think. But for me, it's one of those like, anyways, you see what I'm working with. Get this tip a little bit more straight, and one more like here, and serrate it slightly, and we'll be finished. And just gotta, once I get this symmetrical, I'll work the base again, just real quick. I'm gonna have to, if I end up selling this and shipping it or something, I'm gonna have to tack it real well. This tip is just tiny. Itty bitty. Okay, and now the base here. Trying to straighten this out. Doesn't need much. I'm afraid to mess with this chalk pocket here, but I'm gonna mess with it anyways. It's gonna be tough. It's tough. That's what my dad always said. That's tough, son. He may be watching this. Eat your green beans. I don't want to. That's tough. Take your dog for a walk. I don't want to. That's tough. All right, let's see. This thing's shaped up. Base is slightly off. It won't might be when I fix it. Slightly unsymmetrical, so let me, I think this will fix it actually. Yeah, that fixed it, yeah. It's hard to see with that dark chocolate line in here. Yeah, that's nice. That has come out nice. I'm gonna braid this here in a second and call it. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Slightly unsymmetrical. Made it this far, you might as well get it perfect. I don't know how long this took me. This complete point. I want to say at least an hour and a half or so, or maybe around there. Might have been slightly longer. I haven't been paying attention to the time. But ripped out a decent point, so it was worth it. There we go. All right. I'm gonna get the tip crispy. I was gonna leave it, but I was like, no, I'm gonna get it a little crispy. No shortcuts here. Yeah, that looks good. Looks good to me. Yeah, I think that's pretty solid. I think I'll call it there. Y'all see that okay? Is it focusing right? All right, finished my point. Came out really nice. Let me get this over here. Really nice. I'm happy with that. Some good colors and pretty good length. Let's see. We started out with over 7 inches. Oof, yeah, we cut her down quite a bit. It's because I sheared the base, you remember? I accidentally sheared the base. But I don't care. 6 inch, something like that, whatever it was. I didn't really look. Looking at the camera. But that'll be it. That'll do it. Hope you enjoyed. If this point interests you, just shoot me a message or find me on Facebook, message me or something like that. I need to kind of braid. I said I would and I didn't. There we go. Okay. Just like that, we're finished up. So thank y'all for watching. Kept the kept the little chalk pocket in there, but yeah, she's real pretty. Thank y'all for watching. Hopefully you learned something. I learn something just about every time I do this. So, you know, leave a comment if you have a suggestion, what you'd like to see next. If there's a particular point style, just whatever it is, let me know. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll catch you in the next video. Y'all take care.